Hi, guys. This is Jonathan from Queensland Asian Business Weekly, and today we are so lucky to have a chance to interview our state MP, Mr. James Martin. Hello, James.
Hi, Jonathan. Thanks
Yeah,
for inviting me to Queensland Asian Business Weekly.
Our audience, they don't know. Some of them they don't know, and some of them they know, of course, especially for local communities. And why you like to be a MP?
It actually goes back some way, Jonathan. I know you knew Duncan Pegg, the former member for
Yeah,
Stratton. He
I
was
know
the
him
member
pretty well.
before me.
And unfortunately, he passed away.
That's right, yeah. So for
Yeah.
people who don't know, Duncan was the former member for Stratton. Sadly, he passed away coming on about 2 years ago now.
Time flies.
Yes, it is. And he was only a young man too. So he was 41 when he passed away. I'm 42 now.
You look much younger.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. I went to Griffith University, which was local, and actually that's where I met Duncan Pegg.
Oh, okay.
So when I went to uni, Jonathan, I thought I was going to be an accountant.
Oh,
That was
okay.
what I.
He was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer.
A lawyer means like the accountant.
That's right, and I was. He signed me up to the Labor Party, to the Labor Club, and that was where I really. That was really where I really got exposed to young Labor and the student union and politics and running campaigns. And it was Duncan who really got me on board. And what I learned from being involved in student politics and the Young Labor Club was how important it was to be able to work as a team together to try and make change. And that a few people, if you work really hard together, you can actually make positive change for the community. And it was a bit eye-opening for me at the time. I was very young, and it was something I found I was very passionate about and also pretty good at too. So I ended up becoming, I guess you might say, Duncan's offsider for 20 years. Duncan and me were sort of a team for a long time.
I remember you have been his left hand and right hand, helping him everything for the election, for the campaigns, and a lot of other things, be it on a friendship base and in a political circle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess, Jonathan, there are a lot of people in politics. So there's all the people who are elected as MPs like myself, but there are also a lot of people in the background. They do really important jobs in every minister's office, in the Premier's office, in every MP's office. There's all people working really hard to make things happen. And I always prided myself on being a very good operator and someone who Duncan could rely on and to make Duncan look good. And I always thought, Jonathan, to be honest, I thought I'd be working for Duncan maybe as he got promoted and became a minister or something like that. And then out of the blue, he got cancer. So it just shows life can be going along one way and then sort of
it's
going
sad to
another way.
talk about that, but it also gives you a chance now. You are a politician now.
That's right, and I don't take it for granted, and I always think, what would Duncan do in this situation? And he worked very hard for it, and as a result, when I first got the job, I sort of felt like an obligation to work as hard as he did. So that's why I try my best to go to every function, every community function, if there is one. Every Chinese organisation, all the different provinces, and Lions Club Chinese, Rotary Club of Sunnybank, whatever it might be.
So basically, you know all the key men in our Asian communities.
I do try my best. I can't
and then
make
our Asian
but
community leaders as well.
That's right, and I think that's one thing that this area, Jonathan's really lucky to have, is so many Asian community leaders. Because look, the government does a lot of things. We do a lot of important things, but you also need good community members who follow the rules, who support each other and help each other. And when I work with all the community organisations, especially the Chinese heritage community organisations, so many, they're all doing good work. So we're raising money for charity. They're helping with the floods, helping with COVID, distributing hand sanitizer or rat tests, whatever it might be, helping local schools. These community organisations do such a fantastic job for the Stratton electorate that I represent. That really, I think it lifts our electorate. I think our electorate's much better than all the other ones.
Yeah, so good on you. You have done a very great job.
Well, thanks.
Okay, now, you have been elected since 2 years ago, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then you have been helping the Asian communities, be it from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, or mainland China, or Hong Kong. So that's very good to hear. And what exactly that you can help the Asian migrants, not be it new migrants, old migrants, or migrants would be, how you can help them, how they can contact you?
So you can contact me directly through my office, and you can also contact me on my WeChat account as well. And I've also got staff who speak Chinese, and we can communicate with people in Chinese.
Very good.
It's good what you say, Jonathan. There's you sort of recognise that we've had immigration in Australia for many, many years. So I guess there's what you might call new migrants who've just arrived, come from mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, or Singapore, Malaysia, wherever it might be. And then there's Chinese heritage community who've been here for many, many, many years, so a bit more established, and they have different needs. So people established, been here a long time, different needs than people who have just arrived.
Sure.
But I see it as my role as the member for Stratton is to make sure all of these, every community, Chinese heritage community, has exactly the same access to every level of government, to every government service that anyone else would enjoy. And that probably comes in a couple of ways. So firstly, as I mentioned, the community organisations. So I view it as my role to make sure every single one of those community organisations knows who I am, knows they can come to me. If they need to apply for a grant, I can help them get a grant. And the Queensland government has lots of different grants. And a lot of these organisations are very successful in getting state government or federal government grants. And they're already doing good work. So it's not as if the Chinese community need to come up with good ideas. There already is thousands of good ideas.
Yeah.
So too many maybe. There's so many ideas. So it's my job as the MP is to support all of those good organisations, to support them in what they're already doing, to try and boost their capacity and any links with government that they might need. So that really covers a lot of it. The second thing is, I guess, more on an individual basis. So if there's a member of the community and they've got an issue with accessing a level of government or a complaint or a problem with a level of government, so sometimes people contact me, might be an issue with their school or their children at school, something isn't going the way they like, they can contact my office. Issue with police sometimes, maybe someone got a ticket or something, can contact my office.
Really?
Well, I can't get people off tickets.
If they're gonna fine.
Well, I can't get people off tickets, but there is a process that you can dispute any ticket, and we can help explain to people, look, this is what you have to do. We can't cancel tickets, just to be clear. But there's a process of of any ticket that you might get. Of appealing or taking to a magistrate's court.
That's pretty helpful. This is the first time I've ever heard that. If you got a ticket from the police, and then you can just try James' office, see if there's any help, be legal wise or non-legal wise, or just some suggestions or comments that you can get it for free.
You can, it's all free, and often all it is us putting people in contact with the right people. So a new migrant might be here, they might have an issue, but they might not know which department to contact or who to contact. If they come to our office, we can at least put them in contact with the correct person. And this means, you can get an answer. And it might not always be the answer that you want, but we can get people the correct answer.
Okay, so if they really want to have a personal touch with you, are you spare some time aside every day?
Yes.
Or so do they have to make any booking or just come in or what?
So you can come in anytime and my staff will be there. So I've got my hardworking staff, they're in there all the time, 8:30 to 4:30, Monday to Friday. But also if you live in the Stratton electorate and you email the office, we're always happy to meet people. So every week I meet people, different constituents about different issues. Might be about traffic issues, or it may be about. I met someone the other day who was concerned about dangerous dogs, so we're doing a review into legislation about dangerous dogs. Could be about racism or hate crime. Could be about cost of living or housing. People trying to find rentals, sunset clauses in developments. It's a whole wide range of issues. Happy to meet people. The other thing we can do sometimes too, Jonathan, is direct people to the correct level of government. So in Australia, we've got federal government, state government, of which I'm a member, and then local government. So federal government deal with the sort of big nationwide issues, so tax, how tax works, federal budget, immigration and visas, which is a big one, defence, things like that, international policy. Then at a state level, we deal with more sort of service delivery. So all of the local schools, the hospitals, all the main roads, all those things come under state government.
Yeah.
So and
so
then
you are mainly deal with the environment,
environment,
the
neighbourhood. Well, the Brisbane City Council do neighbourhood things. So like quite often people might have an issue with their trees. So if you've got a tree in the street,
argument with the neighbours and that sort of things.
So that's Brisbane City Council. Or fence disputes, or barking dogs, or dustbins, or traffic humps, if the people want traffic bumps, things like that. That's through the council. But we all try to work together. I mean, there's sort of a few arguments from time to time, but overall, I think it works pretty well.
Very good. So everyone, if they want to come to Brisbane, if you want to find a place to live, Stratton.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So Stratton, I can say this, people watching probably know, they've probably heard of some of the fantastic schools in Stratton. So I'm very proud in Stratton, we've got the Sunnybank Hills State School. It was recently awarded the #1 state school in the whole of Queensland.
Really?
For primary school, and it's a state government school, not a private school.
Yeah, so it's a free school.
Free school, that's right. Yeah. Now, you have to live in the catchment, so when you come, you can't just go to the school, you have to live inside the catchment in Sunnybank Hills. And
that's because the house price keep...
Well, this one issue, this
coming up and up and up.
The house prices
that's easy.
The house prices definitely are, and people want to go to Sunnybank Hills State School. But there's a principal there, Jeff Mill is his name. He's a fantastic principal.
Okay.
We've also got Stratton State College, excellent schools, Runcorn State High, Calamvale State College, Community College. So we've got excellent state schools in Stratton. When I go visit all these state schools, this is another reason why Stratton is so good, is lots of people of Chinese heritage live here.
Yeah.
And I really know that how much they value education, because when I go to visit the schools, I see all the young Chinese boys and girls. They
work hard.
They work very hard, Jonathan.
Yeah.
They're getting good marks, and then they're going off to get into good university courses, medicine or law or engineering or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So it really lifts the whole community.
Sure.
And they're also engaged in all the sports too. So Runcorn Rockets Basketball Club, I think it probably has the most sort of your Chinese heritage players of any club. Fantastic community sport. And we got lots of badminton too, so we're probably a big area for badminton as well.
So it covers almost every sport. You got basketball, badminton, and rugby.
Yeah, we got rugby, cricket,
running,
Aussie rules.
A lot of things.
If any any young Chinese heritage kids want to come and try Aussie rules, they can come and try Aussie rules.
Yes.
But we've got the Olympics coming up in 2032.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
And fantastic.
So that is why we said Brisbane is a city of opportunities. So come here, live here, buy a house, put your money into a business, and get the help. It's a free big help desk.
It is where we can definitely help.
Yeah, from Mr. James Martin.
And we're welcoming a multicultural country. I think I think we're a very successful multicultural community, and Stratton is right at the heart of that area.
Yeah.
So there's obviously big Chinese community, but also Indian community, Pakistan community. There's a Muslim community, people from all around the world, and all live side by side, get along pretty well. In 10 years' time, I mean, there's a lot of construction, big projects the government's doing, Cross River Rail, a whole massive big build program. So Brisbane is going to look a lot different, I think, in 10 years' time before the Olympics.
Yeah.
And we need people. We need people to come and work, so there's plenty of jobs.
We need people, we need money.
Yeah, we do need investment.
and then we need a lot of involvements.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks very much, Jonathan.
So looking forward for your next election, you'll be the champion.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy to continue to serve, and also thanks to Queensland Asian Business Weekly. Do a very important job for the community. And it's obviously been around for a long time. So used to be in newspaper form, now doing all videos, high tech.
Yeah, and it's free as well.
Free, and hopefully, Jonathan, you'll be there commentating the Olympics in 2032.
I hope so. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.